Alright, I don't know if these police know this or not, but this is not a good look. Thankfully, it seems like the majority of people aren't on their side anymore with this. This is actually bad PR nowadays, and given all the problems we're facing in the US, this just seems like a gigantic waste of money, time, energy, and resources. The NYPD posts this and says they made 2 large marijuana busts this week. Who cares? I mean, except for the fact that you're ruining people's lives, but when does that matter to police? And they also say that you should say no to drugs in their tweet here. Okay, I mean, I say no to drugs. I don't smoke weed. I've done it a lot before. Always had a good time, and I don't really even know why, but I just stopped and never gave it much thought again. But if we are free individuals, shouldn't we have the right to consume a plant that makes you feel kind of funny? And the most it ever made me do was laugh a lot more and eat a bit too much. That was about it. And someone under this tweet, I forget where it was, also made a pretty good remark when they said, if we truly lived in a free market system, this would be a concession stand, which is true. When I see this, I just see someone who had all their property stolen from them. That's all. There's no righteousness here. These police haven't done anything good. This is in no way a positive thing that NYPD has done here. They should feel ashamed for acting like violent thugs that just robbed someone of a product they were going to sell voluntarily to supposedly free individuals on their own accord with their own money. And can we bring up another fact that we tend to forget? What did these cops probably do after made this bust? Or at least what could they have done if they didn't? Well, of course, they could have gone out to the bar and drank themselves into a celebratory stupor with liquor. I know it's been pointed out before, but the hypocrisy is insane, and it's actually worse than hypocrisy. It would merely be hypocritical if marijuana and alcohol were on the same level, but of course they're not. Alcohol is horrifying for your body. It's detrimental to every system in you if you're abusing it in any way. A little alcohol here and there is no big deal, as is with the case with most things, but the point is, if these cops aren't all teetotalers, and if they don't abstain from alcohol, and if they're not advocating for alcohol to be illegal as well, then they're just hypocrites to a stupefying degree. Alcohol causes you to be violent, irrational. It makes you lose your impulse control. It can make you volatile and unreasonable. It can make you lash out incoherently. It's toxic on every level, yet it's perfectly okay, perfectly legal. And these drug warriors can go steal a plant that doesn't do any of those things and then pat themselves on the back for ridding the streets of the evils of drugs, while they go pour a nasty drug right down their throat. It's beyond absurd, and these police should be ashamed of themselves. And just for the record, I do drink alcohol, pretty rarely, but I'll have a good number of beers from time to time, usually once a month, sometimes even rarer than that. For example, the last drop of alcohol I've had was around the 4th of July. I have nothing against it, but I don't lie to myself and say it's a good thing. It's unhealthy, but I want to personally make my own choice based off the pros and cons that I've considered. When it comes to alcohol, I can be a free person, which is weird considering, as I said, I used to smoke a good share of marijuana. I have extensive experience with both, you could say. Alcohol was the only one that caused problems. It made me say or do stupid things, or made me act like a moron. With weed, I just laughed a lot and got extreme cravings for food from 7-Eleven. So it's just shocking that it's 2020 and we're still dealing with this. Like I said, I don't think these cops realize just how on the wrong side of society they are. People don't care anymore, and not only do they not care, to the extent that they do care, they're just pissed off that they're still paying taxes to pay for nonsense like this and pay for them to do things like this. It's just ridiculous. And it's unbelievable how slow on the uptake government is, but you know, what's new. But anyway, that's it for now. Like and subscribe, and take it easy.